So with my first build on Season 9, I had pretty much determined that this build was a wash and I was going to prestige as soon as I hit level 60. But then I talked to Birth and I got my free rerolls and I started using them and I ended up with Seeds of Flame, which basically stacks up every time I do fire or nature damage and increasing the other damage by 2%. So if I do fire, I gain a stack that increases my nature damage by 2%. Or if I do nature damage, I get a stack that increases my fire damage by 2%, stacking up to 4 times for a total of 8% bonus damage in either category. For this build, I got Poison Nova, which is what I really wanted to talk about. It just hits like a truck. I just did I just did a dungeon and this set of armor, and I had top damage like the entire time we were in there, pushing almost 1,000 DPS the entire dungeon, primarily just stacking up my fire spells to get the nature buff and then using Poison Nova. Another good ability for this is Rotting Breath, which is disease damage, which is actually different damage than nature damage, so it doesn't scale off the buff, but it makes for a nice opener because it increases your physical damage dealt to the target by 8% for 9 seconds. So you get kind of an 8% damage buff to make up for the fact that you're scaling up and building up combo points into these huge Poison Nova dumps. But basically what it looked like while I was running the dungeon, mind you, I'm like basically naked, you would go Rotting Breath and I would miss it, of course I would, and then I'll go Flame Shock into 2 Sinister Strikes, and then a Lava Lash to make sure the buff doesn't fall off, 2 Sinister Strikes into another Flame Shock, 2 more Sinister Strikes into a Lava Lash, and then you can Poison Nova, which obviously if you crit hits really, really hard. And if you don't crit, it still hits pretty hard, but when you have so many things around you, you just end up doing so much damage. Rotting Breath has a really short cooldown too that, like I said, it'll increase your physical damage dealt to targets by 8%, which makes it really nice when you're stacking up your Sinister Strikes for combo points or whatever. And then like this whole Flame Shock synergy with like weaving it into your Sinister Strike, it helps prevent you from going like out of energy, and obviously, you know, it helps you keep your stacks up. And yeah, I just wanted to make a brief little video talking about it, man, because I could see this being like viable in Mythic Plus or something. But yeah, I'm about to go prestige this dude.